Daniel loved English more than any subject at school. Every day, he listened carefully to the teacher's voice. But whenever someone asked him to speak, fear filled his heart. He worried that the other students would laugh at his mistakes. So he stayed silent and wrote everything quietly in his notebook. One morning, the new teacher looked at him and smiled gently. After class, Daniel stayed behind to practice his English. The classroom was quiet and empty, the sunlight streaming through the windows. As Daniel was packing his books, a gentle voice spoke. "Do you need any help?" Daniel looked up. A new teacher was standing near the desk. "I'm Emily," she said with a smile. "I'm the new English teacher." The next day, Daniel was nervous about speaking in English. During class, Miss Emily asked a question. Daniel knew the answer, but he was too shy to speak. Miss Emily noticed and gave him a gentle nod. "You can do it, Daniel," she said kindly. Taking a deep breath, Daniel raised his hand. "I think the answer is..." His heart was racing. Weeks passed, and Daniel practiced every day. He studied new words, practiced speaking, and did all his homework. Miss Emily always encouraged him and helped him whenever he made a mistake. One day in class, Miss Emily asked Daniel to read a short passage aloud. Daniel was nervous, but he did it. He read clearly and confidently. The class clapped, and Miss Emily smiled proudly. "You have improved so much, Daniel. I'm very proud of you." At the end of the term, Daniel wrote a small note for Miss Emily. He wanted to thank her for believing in him and helping him improve so much. After class, he gave it to her. Miss Emily was touched by his words. "Thank you, Daniel. You have worked very hard. I'm proud to be your teacher." Daniel smiled. "Thank you for everything, Miss Emily. You changed the way I see English and myself." Miss Emily smiled kindly. "You will go far, Daniel. Keep believing in yourself." They both knew this was just the beginning of a great journey. A few days later, Miss Emily announced an English speech contest. She encouraged Daniel to join. Daniel was shocked. "Me? But I'm so shy." Miss Emily smiled. "I believe in you, Daniel. You have improved so much. This is your chance to shine." After a moment of silence, he nodded. "I'll try." Miss Emily gave him a booklet with helpful tips and a best wishes note. Daniel felt nervous, but also excited. This was something new, something that could change him. he decided to give it his best. The day of the speech contest arrived. Daniel was very nervous. His hands were cold and his heart was racing. Miss Emily gave him a reassuring smile. "You can do it, Daniel. Just be yourself." It was Daniel's turn. He walked up to the stage slowly. He took a deep breath and began to speak. His voice was soft at first, but as he continued, he became more confident. When he finished, the class clapped loudly. Daniel was amazed. He never imagined he could do it. Miss Emily was the first to clap. She was so proud. The results of the speech contest were announced, and the first place goes to Daniel Harris. The class erupted in applause. Daniel was speechless. He couldn't believe it. Miss Emily smiled proudly and clapped the loudest. He walked up to receive his certificate. His hands were still shaking, but his heart was full. "You did amazing, Daniel," Miss Emily whispered. Daniel looked at her with gratitude. "Thank you for believing in me." "Always believe in yourself," she said. "That's the most important lesson." From that day on, Daniel knew he could face any challenge. After the contest, Miss Emily called Daniel to her desk. "Daniel, you have a gift. Never stop improving and never stop believing in yourself." Daniel smiled. "Thank you for everything, Miss Emily. You've changed my life." She smiled warmly. "I'm just helping you discover the best version of you." Daniel left the classroom that day with his head held high and a heart full of dreams. He knew that with hard work, confidence, and kindness, he could achieve anything. This was only the beginning of his journey. Months passed, and Daniel continued to work hard and believe in himself. His English improved, and so did his confidence. He started helping his classmates and even joined the debate club. One day, Miss Emily received a letter from him. "Dear Miss Emily, thank you for seeing something in me when I couldn't see it myself. You didn't just teach me English. You taught me to believe in myself. I promise I will keep learning, keep growing, and one day I will help others the way you helped me. With all my gratitude, Daniel." Miss Emily smiled with pride. She knew she had helped plant a seed, and now it was growing into something amazing. Years passed, but Daniel never forgot the day he found his voice. He continued to learn, to grow, and to help others. He became the best version of himself, kind, confident, and determined. And he always remembered Miss Emily's words. "Believe in yourself, and you will be unstoppable." Daniel's story is a reminder that every small step of courage can lead to something extraordinary. No matter how shy you feel today, your voice matters. Your dreams matter. You matter. Years later, Daniel wrote a letter to Ms. Emily. He wanted to thank her for believing in him, for guiding him, and for changing his life. Because of her, he found his voice, his purpose, and the courage to chase his dreams. He became a teacher himself, helping students believe in themselves just like she did. Some teachers teach lessons, but the best teachers change lives forever. Years later, Daniel returned to his old school. This time, he wasn't a student. He was a speaker. He shared his story about believing in himself. He encouraged the students to keep learning and never give up. Daniel's voice once changed his life. Now, he helps others find their voice.